Naka, hush. Gizmo. Come lay down right here, baby. All right. Okay, hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. So I said I would come back about. Hey, Sugar Stargazer, how you doing? I appreciate you. I said I would come back and do a live stream this evening, and we just got back from the dog park, me and my family. On the weekends, whenever we're all off, like me, my husband, and we're, you know, kind of like restless and we're in the house and we want to get out and do something, we'll go out to the dog park and go and see all the different dogs and let our dogs play and walk around and just get some fresh air.
Okay.
So,
To drink right there.
apple juice. Daddy brought it. Apple juice. So, I was thinking, I was like, what am I going to talk about tonight, you know, on this live stream? Because I feel like we talked about so much this morning, but I was thinking we could talk about just different ways of calming our anxiety, different ways of stopping the thoughts that are running through our minds when we're trying to settle down at night and go to sleep. And so I just thought I'd share with you guys some of the things that really help me calm down at night when I'm getting ready to go to bed, or if I'm stressed out and I have a lot on my mind. I just thought I'd share with you guys some things that help me. But before I do that, if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have anybody that you think could benefit from these videos, invite them over too. Thank you, whoever thumbs up the video. So I'm learning more and more about YouTube and how to get my videos kind of out to more people, and I've learned that one of the ways to, you know, fight the algorithm is to, you know, get your videos thumbs up and have people comment. So that really helps for other people to see the videos. But anyway, so when I first got clean and sober, I had mad anxiety, and I still do. If you guys haven't noticed, like, I'm hella high-strung. And Nathaniel, stop. You're about to make me upset. I get like really wound up real tight easily, and when I'm upset about something, it's really hard for me to let it go. When I get upset, like, I'll go over it and over it in my mind, back and forth, and I'll think of different scenarios of what could I have done to make it better. And when in all actuality, I need to let it go and realize that I don't have control. But I struggle with that a lot. Like, I really struggle with letting go and, like, letting God. It's really hard for me, guys. Because all my life, like, I have relied on, like, somehow managing things and controlling things, whether it was managing my relationships or controlling my friends or diet. You guys, like, when I was younger, I would, like, eat very little, so I would stay very small, and it was something I could control, you know, and it gave me relief, and I wouldn't have as much anxiety because I could control what I ate, you know. And so now in my recovery, since I have gotten sober, I have a lot less control of things, in the aspect that, like, I love to eat a whole bunch, and I'm really trying to work on, like, getting healthy eating habits. And I have a son now, so that he's 4 years old, and that's a new day. Every day is a new adventure with a toddler, you know. So the lack of control is, like, you know, it's for real. So that tends to make my anxiety go up real high, you know. So in the evening time, if I haven't taken a shower or taken a hot bath, even if I have, if I am hype and I need to calm down, the first thing I'll do is take a hot shower or a hot bath. And there's nothing like getting in the bathtub or getting in the shower with the steam and letting the hot water hit my back or letting myself soak into the water and just close my eyes. It feels so good. It's so relaxing, and it really, really helps me to just like, especially up here, because this is where a lot of my tension lies, is right here up in my shoulders. So it lets me go, you know, and it lets me relax. So first, gotta get hot bath. So when I get out of the bath, and that's kind of like relaxed me out a little bit, I will get some of that wet dry lotion. If you ladies don't have it, it is so good. You can get it like Nivea, I think it has it, Johnson & Johnson, Oil of Olay, Jergens, but it's this lotion that you put on your skin when you're getting out of the shower and you're still wet, and you put it on there while you're wet and you lather it in, and then when you get a towel and then you wipe yourself down, and your skin will feel so hydrated. It's like it just sucked all that moisture in. And so I'm nice and clean. I'm hydrated. Then I get myself a big giant glass of water. It has to be ice cold. It has to have a straw in it.
There it is right there.
And normally, I know y'all are going to go, oh gosh, Nicole, we know what you do next. I'll come over here and I'll do a video with you guys. Or I'll get on Facebook and I'll do a live stream. And we'll read out of the 24-hour day meditation or the bedtime blessing meditation. And when I do the bedtime blessing, it's like a shorter meditation, but it's like more focused on going to sleep, you know. But I was thinking, since I'm here with you guys right now and I have this other phone, that I could Google some kind of bedtime reading that we could do together. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Is your favorite one the 24 hours or the bedtime blessings? What? Oh, okay. It really helps me to like, and I can't, like I can do the meditations alone, but I love getting on here or getting on Facebook and like reading with someone else or reading with a friend. I want to figure out how to contact you tomorrow. Yes. If you want to contact me, okay, listen, if you will go into the description box of any of my videos, I have an Instagram, and my Instagram name is @NicolePludre. Or if you will go into my About section right now of my YouTube channel, there is my email address, and it's DEMEON@yahoo.com, but it's all there in my About section, and you can email me and then I'll send you my number. But I just don't like giving it out over here because I did that before and it was a huge mess. So if you can either message me on Instagram @NicolePludre, email me on my email, which is in the About section, or message me on Messenger on Facebook @NicoleDeMeo. So okay. I love talking to you guys though, so. Okay, so this is a nighttime. Oh yes, I'm so excited. Listen to this. Oh my gosh. Let Go and Let God bedtime meditation. You too, girl. Thank you so much for coming and being here with me. I appreciate it. I don't want to read the one on YouTube. I want to read one on Okay, I see what it's telling me. Okay, this is what I want to do with you guys. I want to read this prayer. It's the 11th step prayer, and it just popped up. 11th. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so it says,
Man, I got these shorts dirty as hell today. Somehow.
let's read this real fast. It says, let go and let God. To let go does not mean to stop caring. It means I cannot do it for someone else. To let go is not to enable, but to allow learning from natural consequences. To let go is to admit powerlessness, which means the outcome is not in my hands. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It's to make the most of myself. To let go is not to care for, but to care about. Okay, Lord, make me a channel of thy peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, that where there is wrong, I may bring the spirit of forgiveness, that where there is discord, I may bring harmony, that where there is error, I may bring truth, that where there is doubt, I may bring faith, that where there is despair, I may bring hope, that where there are shadows, I may bring light, that where there is sadness, I may bring joy. Lord, grant that I may seek rather to comfort than to be comforted, to understand rather than to be understood, and to love rather than to be loved. For it is by self-forgetting that one finds. It is by forgiving that one is forgiven. It is by dying that one awakens to eternal life. Amen. Okay. Hey, Christy. We're doing good, girl. We're just doing like some evening kind of wind down, talking about what we do in the evenings whenever we are kind of like a lot of anxiety going on, and just different ways to relax and get yourself ready to rest and settle in, so that way when you get up in the morning, you'll be refreshed and ready for the day. I like this. This is in the big book, but I'll read it to you guys. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life, unacceptable to me, and I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, or thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I could not be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. And you know what? It's hard whenever it's like whenever I read stuff like that and it's telling me like, Nicole, you need to work on yourself. Nicole, you need to focus on you. Sometimes I'm listening, doing laundry, but here to support. I am so happy to have found your channel. Hey, Shannon, I'm so glad you're here. When I'm like, whenever I read stuff that's basically pointing the finger back at myself, because it's so much easier, you guys, to like point the finger at somebody else and say, you need to work on this or you need to do that. But whenever it comes back on you, because it always does, that's where it's always supposed to be, on me. The focus is supposed to be on me, because I can't help anyone else unless I am focusing and helping myself, unless I am addressing the things that I need to work on. You know, like I was talking about earlier today, about my self-esteem and my self-love and self-worth. self-confidence. Like, in order for me to help others grow with their self-esteem and self-confidence, then I got to work on mine. I bought a self-help book, and I also bought the Needs of Emily palette. I love that. I didn't get her palette, but is it good? I know that the wants looked really pretty. I love makeup. Serenity prayer. So, here's a... May my family be protected from harm, misfortune, and sadness. May we enjoy the privilege of spending time together to share joy, celebrate happy occasions, and to be there for each other when there is need for comfort. May good health prevail, and may there be ever-present faith in God's mercy and grace. What was I looking for? And this is a prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, and the presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me, the life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me, the power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. A prayer for strength is often needed during difficult times. God is always here for us to give us strength and lift our hearts when all seems hopeless. I can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthens me. And you know what? I think whenever we're in like our depths of despair and we've been, drinking or using dope, and we've been like on a binge. I remember when I would be on a binge, you guys, and I would be coming up on the end of my binge, and I would be just like begging God to take my addiction from me. Like, please just heal me and help me get out of this, because like when I was in that, I didn't want to be in it, and I would see all the people I was hurting, and I would see how my mom and my dad and my sisters and everybody were so worried about me, and my fiance, we would just be fighting at each other's throats, and I would cry and cry. And what I learned, because I kept on wondering, like, why isn't God taking this from me? Why isn't he healing me? And I would get so angry with him. And you know what I realized? I realized that God was right there waiting for me to take action. And that the reason he wasn't taking my addiction from me was because I wasn't getting up and doing anything to help him. And the reason why he let me sit in it for so long was because the whole time I was going, God, please help me. Take me out of this addiction. Take me out of this alcoholism. Help me, help me, help me. I wasn't doing anything to help him help me. I was just laying there begging him to heal me, and I wasn't taking any action. And see, the way God is like, he'll do anything he can to help you out, but you got to get up and you got to put in the work. And that's what I realized. It's like, the reason he never helped me before is because I wasn't getting up and doing my part of the work. I was expecting for him to drag my dead weight behind him instead of getting up and helping him carry me and helping him pull that, we can't depend on our friends and our significant others and God, our higher power, whoever, to give us recovery and to heal us and to help us get better and grow. We have to get up and we have to make changes in our life to get on that path. And it's hard because when we're not ready, we're just not ready. And there's nothing wrong with not being ready. There's nothing, but you're going to go through a lot more pain until you decide. It all comes down to making a decision. Like, I'm ready to make a change and I don't want to live my life like this anymore. And that's when you get up and you become proactive. And getting sober takes a lot of action and proactivity. You have to get up and move forward every single day by calling people and reaching out for sponsorship, maybe getting out and going to a meeting, going to your job and, doing a good job like you need to do. And when you come home, instead of going to the refrigerator and getting a bottle or going to, the dope man's house and getting some dope, when you come home, Try to stay busy. Get your laundry done. Take care of the kids. Go for a walk. Call your family. Hang out with your parents. Go see your brothers and sisters. Go to a basketball game with some friends. You know what my most favorite thing to do when I was first getting sober was go to movies. Me and Nathaniel, I love taking him to the movie theater, and he loves to watch movies. So we go to the movies and watch a movie together, and that was me and him being able to spend time together. I would get him in his stroller, you guys, and we walked all over the place. We would go down to the Chick-fil-A and play. We would go down, they have this like big like little area in front of the Belks, and they have this thing where you can play chess, and we would go down there and just play with the chess pieces. And I know it sounds like, I know it sounds so crazy, and it's like, oh God, that's so lame. But I'm not even playing with you guys. It was just the action of like, just the point of like taking the action to try and do something towards my recovery. Like calling and booking an appointment with a therapist. Reaching out and telling somebody, hey, I struggle with a disease of addiction and I need help. You know, when you try, and I know that a lot of families go through this. I know a lot of women go through this. And I think men do too. But the whole mentality is of like, it's a secret and I can't tell anybody. That is just the farthest thing from the truth. And it's also the farthest thing from what's going to help you in your recovery. Secrets are like shameful. Like when you think of a secret and you're thinking, I can't tell anybody this, isn't it usually about something you're ashamed or embarrassed about, or something that you feel is dirty or wrong? Well, you don't have to feel like that about your addiction or your alcoholism, because it's a disease and it's okay to have it. Like, it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to struggle with that, to struggle with it. It's not a weakness. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that because they struggle with a disease of addiction or alcoholism that they're weak. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, some addicts and alcoholics are some of the most strongest people I've ever met in my whole entire life. And I'll tell you what I associate with being weak. I associate acting as if something's not there with being weak. I associate with not asking for help and trying to ignore a problem. I think that's like avoiding and trying to act like it's not there. When there's a problem and it needs to be addressed and you can say, yo, I've got a problem, I need help. That's so strong and brave and courageous. And it takes a lot to open up and say, I'm struggling, I need help. But there's nothing wrong with needing help, you guys. I feel like in our world today, we're like programmed to think that because we struggle, that there's something wrong, or that we're not good enough, or that we're less than other people. But so many people are going through the same thing we are going through. And we were put here on this earth, human beings, to coexist with each other and to use each other to help one another. Like, what are we here for then, if it's not to build relationships and talk with each other and help each other through life? I used to think that I was like not supposed to talk to anybody, and tell anybody about what was really going on in my life. Because heaven forbid anybody know that I'm not anywhere near perfect. And what would they think if they found out that, I don't know. I just really cared about what people thought for a long time. And it would really hurt me if I felt like they knew something that was like they could one-up me on. But I'm telling you what, I've gotten free, you guys, since I have opened up and just put it all out there. It's the most liberating experience of my whole entire life. As long as nobody's trying to hurt or harm me or use my like vulnerable situations against me, it's the best thing I've ever done is share my experience with you guys. It's really, really, therapeutic, and it's really rewarding too. So I was talking to my friend today. His name is Monty. Oh, and he has a YouTube channel, guys. You've got to check it out. It's called Monty B Abnormal. Monty, Monte, the letter abnormal, Abnormal. Yeah. Okay. This is the wet dry lotion I was telling you guys too. Wet skin. Neil brought it to me so I could show it to you guys. My little assistant. So, he has a YouTube channel, and he's like I am. He's very sensitive. He's very vulnerable and shares from his heart. So, Nate, stop. I will. Hold on. So I was calling him today to check on him because he's been struggling with his healthy living challenge, and he's been struggling with his weight. So I was calling him to kind of give him some pointers and to tell him that he's inspired me to start too. And that's when he was like, hey, I wanted to talk to you about your videos. And he was like, I finally watched one the other day all the way through while you were out. He said I was doing my makeup or something. And I started crying when I was talking to him because I was telling him, you know, how much making videos has helped change my life, and how many people I've connected with, and how they help me stay sober, and how y'all help me. And so I was like kind of tearing up, you know, and he started crying too, and he was like, you know, you helped me too, and it just meant so much to me because I never helped anybody before, you know. Now I feel like I'm actually able to help other people just because I've like went through some shitty shit, and I'm talking about it, you know, because it's like we've all been through it, you know, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. And I just feel like for so long I felt like I had to be ashamed, and I don't, you know, and that's like really helps me a lot. So I was getting all excited because I was sharing with him about the channel and how, you know, you guys, how we're having live streams and we're talking and y'all are getting involved. And I was getting pumped about it because when I talk about it, I get excited. And I don't know, it just meant so much to me to hear from somebody who's like my peer, or somebody, because he makes videos too, and it just felt good to know that I'm going in the right direction and that what I'm doing is like making a difference. Because sometimes I get discouraged, you know. I think, am I helping anybody? Am I making a difference? You know, are they hearing me? Hey, Brad, thank you so much. You guys, if you haven't checked out Brad's channel, Sentiment E, he is probably the most killer. He has killer documentaries, and that's kind of like when I started making my videos is when I found his channel, because he puts so many documentaries up about addiction and stuff, and it's really cool. And then he has a second channel called, is it Kevin the Goat? And he has a real live goat, you guys. That like, it's just so funny. You got to check it out. But if you're like staying up late at night, you can always count on Brad to upload a video on his documentary channel, Sentiment E. But I don't know. It's been like such an awesome kind of experience to work on growing my channel and then work with all you guys. Like, I talk to you guys, those of you that reach out to me in DMs and stuff, and we get to know each other on a personal level and talk. Like, it means so much to me, and I love talking to you guys. Like, I live for that personal interaction, you know? I love Kevin. He's such a cute little goat. But I live for the interaction. Like, it's just like, it's something else. I just love it. I love people, y'all. Which is so crazy because when I was in my active addiction, I was so scary. Like, I would be hiding out in a closet, you know, well, not the closet, but like in my room. And I would just not even talk to people. Oh, TV show for all of us. It's called Mom. It's on CBS Thursdays at 8. It's hilarious. It's a bunch of girls who are all in recovery. I've gotta watch that. That sounds just like my kind of TV show. It's on CBS at 8 on Thursdays. You will have to text me on Instagram Thursday and remind me to watch it that night, okay? Or on Messenger. But I'm telling you guys, like, Christy, for instance, like, I'm getting to know her, and we're becoming, we just talked to each other the other day, and it was like, yes, we guys, we have so much in common, and I don't know a lot of other female addicts that are kind of like doing what we're doing over here on this channel, and like getting to know each other and trying to work through our mental health problems and work through our recovery together. And it helps me. I'm so excited, like, for what the future has to hold. Okay, so then today I want to tell you guys something else before I start rambling. I went over to SoundCloud and I made our Real Talk Recovery podcast. Now, I haven't recorded anything yet so I went on there and I went to record an introduction and I recorded it, and then I tried to upload it and it kept on saying upload failed. So I'm so not technical, like, I don't know about this technological stuff very well. So I've got to learn how to upload on SoundCloud, but it's just my voice, so it shouldn't be that hard. So you guys should have a podcast by the end of the week. I'll have a podcast up there on you guys for y'all, and it'll probably be a good 2 hours long, maybe even longer. Because what I think I'm going to do for the first show on the podcast is just tell you guys my story. And since it's a podcast, like, I can go into all the specifics and the details of what happened, and it'll just be like more thorough, and I won't get distracted because it'll just be me talking, and I won't have to look at myself, because I get distracted on here because, like, I can see myself, and then I start reading the comments, and then I go off on a tangent. So that's the goal with that. Once I, like, get my story told and we do a couple, like, question answers podcast, then I'm gonna start calling on you guys. I'm gonna start reaching out to y'all and saying, hey, who wants to come on the podcast and share their experience, strength, and hope? Or I'm gonna start asking you guys, who do you look up to that's sober that you want to hear their story? And I'm gonna be reaching out to a lot of people and saying, hey, do you want to come over here and do a little show with me? So I'm excited. I'm just trying to stay busy, you guys, and stay doing things that help me in my recovery, and being of service to you guys, and sharing with you guys what I'm going through, and when I'm struggling, it helps me. So I really look at this as being of service to you guys, and it just, being of service it's like nothing. It always helps me feel better. If I'm struggling, I'm sad, I'm having a bad day, I could always come on and be of service to someone else, and it helps me have a better day. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great night. Does anybody need to talk about anything? Do any of you guys have any questions? Is there anything that you guys want to talk about quickly before I leave? Not quickly, but if you have anything you want to talk about, go ahead and let me know in the comments right now. If not, then what we'll do is I'll sign off for tonight, and all you guys need to go take yourselves a warm bath, get yourself all lotioned up, get in the bed, get on your phone, look up a good meditation or a good just bedtime meditation, and read that. Put your earphones in, go on SoundCloud, and look up. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you have not looked up those podcasts that I told you about on SoundCloud, then what are you doing with your life? Go on there and look up the Dopey podcast, DOPEY, the Share podcast, SHAIR, Home, HOME. That's also a woman's podcast, and it's so good. The Home one, it's just called Home. Or Hannah Goddess, which is also like an awesome podcast. She's in recovery too. And lay down, put your earphones in, and listen to some recovery live streams while you're going to sleep. I love it. It's so calming to me and inspiring, and I love it. 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 So Okay, hold on. Let me see if you guys are saying anything. Okay. Okay. All right, Christy. Well, I'm so glad you made it over here tonight, girl. I just been thinking about you. So it's been 35 minutes. Y'all been seeing my face. I'm gonna go wash my face and get ready for bed. But I have to go to work in the morning, and I'm doing some Christmas changeovers. So tomorrow I'll upload the meditation inspiration for you guys in the morning. So when you wake up, you will have a video waiting for you. It'll be the daily inspiration meditation. And then when I get home tomorrow night, I'll check comments and talk back and forth with you guys. Okay? So I hope you ladies and gentlemen have a great night. And thank you so much for being here tonight. And I will see you tomorrow. All right? Bye, guys.